Hi everyone, welcome back to World of Mike the Pirate Wrangler. I don't normally film on Sundays, but we've received the Oracle Red Bull Racing RB19 from Max Verstappen, I think that is. It's brought to you by D'Agostini. And I was like, do you know what? I fancy doing a Sunday video for a change. So this is our next sort of race car with D'Agostini, because we first had Ayrton Senna, I always get that wrong. And this has come out. So this looks really, really beautiful. Really lovely colours. Got some lovely pages here with this fountain in the car going around the track by the looks of things. Lots of in-depth information in the magazine. The parts are really lovely quality too. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Unveils its big bet for the 2023 season. So, yeah, all about the car. See, I would be tempted to cut put that like on the wall. And then as you can see, in this issue, we'll be doing the front wing. And as you can see, various different bits there. Nice, quick, easy issue. And then we should have something that looks like that. Doesn't that look nice? So as always, you do get yourself this issue as well. Issue 2 will be up next Sunday because I've got issue 2 as well. Oracle Red Bull Racing, again, you could use that as a poster if you wanted to, and again, just your usual stuff, introducing you to the collection and how to manage your account on the online portal. So I think we better get stuck into this because I've been very excited to get this issue. These are some of the parts that we've got here, which are, it's quite big. I haven't got a ruler to hand, but it's plastic and it's just got this lovely feel to it. Really, really beautiful. So we've got this piece. We've got some of the sections here. I'm not entirely sure what they are because I'm not a racing car specialist. But as you can see, various different pieces there. And we also have this beautiful piece here, which is this section here. And it looks really lovely detailed, doesn't it? Sort of like your Ecto 1 vibe with the number plate that we had. But yeah, it's all plastic in this. So first things first, we're going to actually work on this section now. We're going to pop that down there. See if I can get that down a little bit. And we're going to get ourselves 1D and 1E. So as you can see, they're all basically the same. I can think that says a C on it. I'm just checking to see whether they're actually numbered. It's got a little R there. So as you can see, but I don't think it matters too much which one we work with first, because as you can see, we've got this part. We've also got this part here. And they've got, I think that says BYBT. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just assume they're near enough all the same. But 1E is actually the bit that says BYRT on it. So I assume it's that bit there. Okay. So we're going to start off with this little hole here. It's the second hole in by the looks of it. Or actually the third hole in. So I think that goes somewhere on there like that. Interesting. Okay. So it'll be the third hole in by the looks of it. Sorry, that's going on this way. I'm getting discombobulated here. It's so very exciting, isn't it? When I get a part, I don't like rehearse it first time. I just dive into it. So I feel that's the enjoyment of getting your part, like to experiment with things. But this looks as if it's the right part here. As I say, there isn't no sort of detailing on here. That says L, so I'm assuming that's the part that goes over here with this section here. We can always change it if need be, but that's going to go, whoa, that's going to go into here, I should imagine. So something like that. Screw that down and see how we get on, eh? Okay. It feels like it's not screwing in. Well, that didn't go in very well, did it? Let's have a look here. See, it doesn't seem to sit very flush either, so I'm not entirely sure why that's doing that, but let's give it another go. So when you turn it up, it should have something that looks like that. Now that does not look right to me. That doesn't look right, because when you turn it round, as you can see, it's upside down. Oh dear. Okay, let's just turn this out. Take this undone, because clearly we've put this in the wrong way. The trouble is there's so many different pieces, so I would assume, because this, all it says on here is R, and it's not got any section that says there's an L. We know it's BRRT, so I would assume that maybe it's this side here then, which is going up. Which way was this going around? That was going up, something like that. So, yeah, see, look, that ridge now interlocks with this rim part here. So as you can see, it locks it into place. So I reckon when we turn that round, yeah, the word looks a little bit more better now by the looks of it. And then obviously when you turn it round and it's on that way, yeah, that's our part. Look, BYRT. Lovely. Okay, so let's put that screw into there. Yeah, lovely. So let's get another A screw. With me as well, I put all the places, whenever I get my parts, the first thing that happens is the magazines get booked into the, you know, put them into like a ring binder thing. And then I then take all the parts out the blister pack and put them all lined up on my cabinet until I get round to filming it, and then they go in their little box. So that looks a little bit better. We can see the curve now, and with that section there, fantastic. Okay, so then what we want to do next is we then want to get the next one, which should be BYRT, but for this side. So if we get this section and then we pop that onto there, I reckon. Nah, that's where we went wrong, because it's got like a little ridge, isn't it? So where's the other piece I need? That's that section there. Lovely. So that theoretically, once we've screwed that in, that should then show us the side that we need. Lovely. I get the impression this is going to be quite big. It feels like a really big model, but as you can see, when you screw it up, we've got like, it's like the little wings, look. Oh wow, this is already, I mean, you can see the width here, how big this might be. So this is fabulous. Okay, lovely. So we put that to one side, and we're now going to get the next frames, which these are the bits that say BYBT on the bottom. So we should have, as you can see, BYBT on the bottom. So I'd imagine that that hooks up onto... No, okay. Oh, right, yeah. I see what the issue is here. You see, there's these little pegs here, and what happens is there's like little slots in the back. So on this section here and there, there's a little slot, which means when you put that into there, it should lock it. It should sit onto that pin. So, yeah, I think if I turn that around, BYBT, yeah. Wow, okay, cool. So we've just got to try and, it looks as if it does sit onto this little pin thing. So just trying to have a look there. So yeah, BYBT apparently. So, because the last bit goes on there. So yeah, wow. Okie dokie, let's get a screw in there. It's not all the way on at the moment, so I'm thinking once I get a bit of sandwiched with the screw, it should allow us to put that and clip it on, because as I say, there's like a little, it looks like it just rests on there. I wouldn't push it all the way, but I'll experiment with that later. I feel like I'm working on a bat wing. Let's just screw that down a little bit more. Lovely. Okay, so yeah, there's there's something going on here because it's gonna keep. Oh, I don't want to push it too much, but I think the idea is you're supposed to like push it into that little thing. It just tends to pop out, so you might want to put like a little drop of glue on there or something, but we'll have to figure that out later once we've done that. And then what I'm going to do is turn that round and put this section onto this section, because that's the other BYBT. Does anyone know what that stands for, BYBT? Yeah, I've got a feeling this is just going to keep popping off. But anyway, we'll screw it in for now. So I have decided that Red Bull will be coming to the channel on a Sunday. Because of the amount of builds I do, I need to run videos Monday to Sunday, you see. So I don't normally film on a Sunday, but I've got no slots. So theoretically, as you can see now, that looks like that. Wow, that does look very nice indeed, but these bits are starting to annoy me here because they just don't seem to sit on very well. I don't want to push too hard, but we might have to do a bit of cleaning out on... Oh, actually, yeah, so if you give it like a firm push, it does sort of sit flush. So let's hope that this side does the same. Yeah, that click, you hear that click? And now look, oh, this is absolutely, I love it. It's beautiful. And now for the best bit of all, people. This is the best bit because we get to put the main sort of front section on. This is really, really lovely quality. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip that over. You can see we've got two holes here. They're going to marry up with these two holes. And I don't see any clips for this one, so we should just rest that there. Doesn't it look like bloody Batman's wing? It looks like Batman's wing. Okay, and let's screw that down. Wow, wow, wow. What a lovely, lovely issue. So as I say, issue 2 will be coming up next week, and that is basically like more wing parts, I think. So what I'll do is I'll grab the other issue for you and show you the parts in a minute. And I reckon we'll get like a case to go over that. But look at that. Isn't that lovely? I mean, obviously there's like various layers going on here, but it is absolutely beautiful. It looks really, really nice. So I'll just go and get the other parts and I'll be back. Okay, so here's a sneak preview of issue 2. And in issue 2 we are doing, let's have a look here. So issue 2 we're doing work on the front wing 2. And then 2E is the halo. And then as you can see we're putting some side sections onto the part that we've just assembled. And then putting another piece over this section that we've just done. And then, yeah, that's what it looked like. And we've got that lovely sort of bumblebee colour there with the black and the yellow to cover that flap. So, yeah, that is Red Bull. And these are what the parts look like. So they look really... It feels quite heavy in this one. So I reckon, is that die cast, that halo? I haven't had a chance to open this yet. So just want to have a look at that. Whoops. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's metal. Oh, that's why it's so heavy. Oh, that feels really lovely quality. That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that. So, it's that. Yeah, so all the rest is plastic and then you've got die cast there. So, yeah, that's what that looks like. So if you want to get this for yourself, head over to D'Agostini. It's now available. Fan Home have also just brought out the John Wick's Mustang model as well. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be going for that because I'm not really a massive fan of Mustangs. So, but yeah, I swap and change like the weather, so you never know. But anyway, what a lovely issue that is for the first issue. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tap that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.